What is going on? So today I want to share one of my outreach methods that I also share to my students, and it's actually been very, very successful to them. Why? Because this method right here differentiates from a lot of other methods that, are just like a cold email, for example, or a copy and paste script, and, just stuff like that. So I want to be going over it today, and there's just three things you need, okay? You need Facebook, a Facebook account, make sure you have an optimized profile. You need 10 smart market diagnosis questions, so just market research questions that you can ask on the call, because this is called the client research strategy. And the number three is this video, okay, to explain like the whole concept. And it may seem really difficult at the start, but once you have this double down, it's really, really simple. So yeah, I'd say let's dive right into it. So number one, let's go over the objectives first, right? So number one objective is the market research, right? This is used to get more competent in our niche, and just get more competent in every single aspect, as in like what is the pain point of my ideal prospect in my sub niche, or what is the most common frustration, or where do they spend the money most of the time in or on, right? And that's why we want to do market research, also just to show we're actually like open to learn more about our sub niche, right? And okay, so this is number one objective, right? And then number two is we want to create a new friend in our network, right? Because most people, just get to a meeting and it's either you get the client, which is usually like a low percentage chance, which like people will call themselves one call closers. They usually never close in one call, guys. So it's really important that you either do end of the call with a friend or a new client, right? Or you follow up with that friend. Okay. So don't just like give everything in a call, and if you don't close, you lose that client for the rest of your life. You never talk to him or her again. Make sure you get a new friend in your network, so you can always have him or her refer a business owner to you. Maybe like that person you're on the phone with doesn't need marketing, but he or she does know someone else that does know it, right? Like you can build a lot of momentum just of referrals. That's why it's important we either leave with a friend or a new client. Both are just as valuable. Just keep that in mind, right? And then the mindset behind this is, okay, you're just having a casual conversation with a friend, okay? Just having casual conversation. It's not like you have to be some high-level salesman, Dan Locke, person. You're just having casual conversation with a friend, and there's no secret neuro-linguistic programming sales script strategies in this, outreach method. It's, just follow the outline. It's really just talking to another human being and following the outline of the call. That's all it really is. Okay. And what I have here, over deliver, don't hold anything back. So, the research strategy is pretty much like, hey, my name is Bastian, and, I love the chat we're currently having, but I was actually wondering, because I'm deducting some market research, would you be open to answering some of my questions in exchange for a free marketing consultation, right? And like in the marketing consultation, we want to over deliver. Right. And now you may be wondering, Bas, but what do I cover in, the marketing consultation? So you could be talking about stuff, like just one subject, that they may not know. Like it may be so simple to us, but for them, it's like a revelation, right? If you talk about the Facebook pixel, like how you can retarget people, how you can create a lookalike audience, how you can like make more conversions long-term with the Facebook pixel and all that kind of stuff, right? Or you could just talk about website traffic by using this extension right here, SimilarWeb on our website, seeing what the bounce rate is, of the website and all that kind of stuff. There's so much you can talk about in a marketing consultation, and it doesn't have to be super, super difficult. It's even 100 times better to keep it simplistic instead of like some advanced stuff, right? People always gonna want to go beyond the basics and think like it's going to separate them. But if you have the basics doubled down, that is more than enough. So just over deliver. Talk about the Facebook pixel. Once again, as I just said like a minute ago, you can talk about a lot when it comes down to that. So just over deliver and share everything right? And don't be afraid they're going to walk up with all the knowledge, because even if they can't figure it out, right? If you leave the call with a new friend, they're always going to come back to you because they know your stuff, right? So that's really cool. Then we have the outline of the call. So number one thing, we want to set the frame for the call, okay? We want to put ourselves in an authority position. So what we say at the start, right? Hey, Parinas, awesome to have you here. So what I want to do right now is actually ask you 10 questions, okay? So I can get like sorry about this, guys. So I can get, so we can get the answers to my market research questions. And then what I want to do right after is give you the free marketing consultation, and we can take it from there, okay? And, then that's exactly how the call is going to go. And then you want to go ahead, ask your market research questions, okay, so number one, setting the frame for the call shows that we're in an authority position, right? And then number two, if we are asking our market research questions, it shows like how passionate we are in what we do, right? We want to know about a market, their needs, their pain points, their wants, or frustrations. So a lot of people will just dive into social media marketing and send out a script and expect to close a meeting, and that's literally the only outline to follow, right? But we're talking about like sustaining a real business here and being the best in our sub niche, right? So asking our market research questions like it gets us to know our market better, and it also on the call reflects on like how passionate we are in what we do. Okay, and once you've done that, you want to, start over delivering with the digital marketing value. That's where the marketing consultation comes in. It's value for value, right? So research questions, that's the value you get. And then, the marketing consultation is the value the person on the phone gets. So what you want to do is, once again, talk about the Facebook pixel or similar web, or talk about the importance of retargeting or lookalike audience or anything. Okay, just think of something. You sit down 5 minutes. What am I going to talk about in a market consultation? Okay, and this is intended. This whole part is intended to gain trust and get over the value hurdle, right? And now you want to pique their interest so much with all the value you're providing, right? But still indirectly selling, not pitching, indirectly selling. Because once again, you're having a casual conversation with a friend, and then when you do this right, they're gonna like be, okay, so that's so awesome. What's kind of like the next step, right? When you get kind of to the end of the call, you want to get them to the point where they sell themselves, right? And this is where you close. This is where you go for the 2 option close. So this is so simple, guys. This whole outline is so unique. And if you do this right, you can get them to the point where they say that, and then you can go for the 2 option close, and you can literally, like, the percentage that you close them is so high. And even if you don't, you still have something just as valuable, which is a friend who's going to refer people to you, or always going to come back to you, whenever he or she needs marketing. So 2 option close. Yep. Yeah. So pretty much what we can do here, right? I mean, you can spend X amount. So you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars trying to figure out like how the Facebook ads work and stuff, set up the pixel and all that kind of stuff. Or, actually run a digital marketing agency for real estate agents. And, if this is something that you think that could benefit you, I would love to tell you more about it. And then you have permission. You went over like the value hurdle, the trust hurdle. You show you're an expert, all these kind of things. You already like chronologically went over them. And he or she didn't even notice because you're just having a casual conversation with a friend while you're following this outline. So that's why it's so powerful. And the benefits with this, and for some of you, it may be like, Bass, what is organic client attraction? So that is, for example, like, posting content and showing you're in an expert position by giving value resonance with your content to your sub niche. And a sub niche is, for example, so we have a niche, which could be fitness, and a sub niche is personal trainers, right? And imagine if our sub niche is personal trainers, we'd make value resonating content for personal trainers. So when we add these people consistently to our network, we build traction with it. And the more content we post, the more of the right eyeballs are on our content. And if they see we are in like a high authority position, they're going to come to us and ask, hey, what do you actually do? Because I love your content, right? And this really allows you to actually hop over all these kind of things right here. And all you really have to do on a call then, once you get inbound leads, is close. So that makes it really easy. So the benefits is you're building traction with organic client attraction. You're learning skills and you're becoming more confident. We are expanding our network with a new friend or client. And we're not directly selling and having even more opportunity than, what most people do, which is like, copying and pasting a script. So actually what I want to do right now is show you how I actually set a meeting, just to give you like an example. So, it's really simple. Start a conversation casually, build rapport, redirect conversation. So we're going to go to Facebook. And I'm just going to pop up one of the conversations I had with a real estate agent. And her name is Parinas, and she really loves what she does. I gave this meeting to one of my students, and I actually reviewed the whole call. So if you guys want me to upload that, just let me know. I was like a 32-minute review of the sales call. So, once again, outline is start a conversation casually, build rapport. So casually, hey, Parinas, I saw you're part of the realtors group as well. Would love to connect with you. Instead of like pitching right off the bat, what like 9 out of 10 people do, which is insane. All right. And then, hi there, sure, of course, then boom, we have a conversation. Thanks, Parinas. How long have you been in the industry for? And this is just to talk about her and not me. That's what a lot of people do. They just talk about themselves instead of the prospect, People love to talk about themselves. So do that. So you have like a consistent, engaged conversation. So just look at what I'm saying right here if you want. That's awesome. We'll get you into it. If you don't mind me asking, I'm also aspiring to become one in the near future, even though that wasn't the case. It's just, once again, to stay engaged in the convo. And then, ask her another question, so I built enough rapport, in my opinion. So what I did here is I just used like a redirecting script. So I said, I love it. Also, Karina's, I'm currently deducting some market research on realtors and what a common frustration is for them in the industry. Would you mind if we hop on a call sometime in exchange for a free marketing consultation, right? So, and she said, sure. And then I said, thanks, that's awesome. You know, what date and time works best for you? And then boom, we had a call booked. And guys, don't call her because, you know, she's already being called. But as you can see, this is a proof of concept. And, you know, people are already making money with the strategy I'm showing you here. So make sure you can double down on this. If you can just like get one strategy right instead of 10 different ones, you'll be way far ahead and you'll see progress way, way faster. Yeah, guys, that's really it for this rundown on the client research strategy. If you have any questions, if you feel like I didn't cover anything or there's like any confusion, just let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're actually going to be using this outreach method. Would love to see it. And yeah, I would say stay tuned for the next video, guys, and keep crushing it and have an amazing upcoming week.